Well, welcome back. And in this Vikram Vetal story titled Rajaniti Nipunata, Nipunaha. Nipunaha means someone who is expert. Nipunata. Nipunata means the expertise. Nitihi means in general justice. Rajanitihi means that political science, how a king should manage the country. Rajanite, in that Rajanitau Nipunata, someone who is having expertise in that Rajanitihi. That is the Rajaniti Nipunata. Expertise in kingmanship. Like that, we can take literal meaning. Okay, so as usual, the Vetala is starting in the usual way. Ratrehe Ghabiratam Ulukanam Bhajanakam Ghunkaram Shrigalanam Ghoram Dhvanim Smashana Bhumehe Bhikaratam Vetala Vasikaranasya Dusadhyatam Cha Aviganayan. So aviganayan means not counting, not considering. What are all the things not considering? Ratrehe ghabiratam, the darkness of the night. Ghabira means deep, depth. The deep depth of the night darkness. Ulukanam bhaya janakam ghunkaram. Bhaya janakam, that which creates fear. That is bhaya janakam. Ulukaha means owl. Ulukanam bhaya janakam ghunkaram. The howling of the owls, which creates fear. Shrigalanam ghoram dhvanim. Ghoram means very terrific. Dhvani means sound. Shrigalaha means fox, wolf, fox, like that. Shrigalanam ghoram dhvanim. Smashana bhumehe bhikaratam. And the fearful environment of smashana bhumihi, of that smashana bhumi. So it is in Shashti Vibhakti. Bhumehe. Smashana bhumehe bhikaratam. The fear of that burial ground. Vetala vasikaranasya dusadhyatam. And Vetalasya Vashikaranam, Vetala Vasikaranam. Tasya Vetala Vashikaranasya dusadhyatam. Impossible to achieve. It is impossible to achieve the control of the ghost. All these type of task aviganayan, not counting. Trivikramaha punarapi gatva vriksham arudhavan. So Trivikrama again he went and climbed the tree. Shakhayam lambamanam shabam skandhe aropya adaha agatavan. And he came down keeping that dead body on the shoulder. Anantaram yathapurvam maunam smashana bhimukam prasthitavan cha. And as usual, he silently started towards the burial ground. Tada shavantargataha vetalaha avatat. Then that ghost inside the dead body told, Aye Rajan, pretne dridaha bhavane agnivarnaha iva phalam haste prapnuyat. Pretne dridaha bhavan. Dridham means strong. Pretnam means efforts, attempts. One who is strong in his efforts and attempts. Bhavan, you are such a person. Agnivarnaha yuva, like Agnivarnaha. So the Vetala is introducing the character of the story. Agnivarnaha yuva, like Agnivarna. Phalam haste prapnuyat. You may get the result in your hand. Kintu anantara kale tena rajna agnivarnena yathakritam tatha phalam ayogyadhinam na karyat ityatra kaha vishwasaha. Kintu, but anantara kale, after some time, you got the result because of your strong efforts. But like that Agnivarnaha, Tena Rajna, by that king, Agnivarnaha, Agnivarnena, by that Agnivarna, Yathakritam, as it was done, Tatha, like that, Phalam, Ayogya Adhinam, Ayogyadhinam, under the possession of some rude people, Ayogyaha, Na Yogyaha, Ayogyaha, one who is not qualified with those people's, under those people's possession, Na Kuryat ityatra Kaha Vishwasaha, how can, or what is the belief, or how can it be believed? Like that, the meaning. How can it be believed that even after putting very strong efforts, the result you got, you may not hand over to unqualified people? How it can be believed? Bhavane jagaru katam yata prapnuyat tatha kartum agnivarnasya katham vistarena shravayami. Bhavane jagarukatam yatha prapnuyat. As you get cautioned like that, tatha, like that, kartum, to do, Agnivarnasya katham vistarena shravayami. I tell in detail the story of Agnivarna. Shraddhaya shrunotu tavat iti. Carefully listen and with faith and attention, devotion. Like that, the Vetala told. Anantaram Vetalena katha arabdha. And by Vetala, the story was started. Purvam Ratnapurim Agnivarnaha Nama Raja Palayan Asit. Earlier, long back, Ratnapuri, like that, a place, a desha, that was ruled by Agnivarnaha, in that name, a king. Raja Apratima Veeraha. Raja Apratima Veeraha means he is very a warrior. Apratima means there is no equivalent to him, such a type of great warrior. Anya Rajya Kanksha Sarvatha Nasti Tasya. Anya Rajya Akanksha. Akanksha means desire. Anya Rajya means to encroach the other countries. The desire to encroach other countries and build up our kingdom. That type of interest. Sarvatha Nasti Tasya. Of him there, it was not there. Tadiye Rajye Janaha Sukhena Shantya Triptya Cha Nivasanti Sma. And in his country, people were living calmly and satisfactorily. Shantihi means calm and quiet. Triptihi means with contentment, satisfaction. Ratnapuryaha Prativeshi Rajyam Asti Kalashapuram. So Kalashapura, like that, a neighboring country was there, which is to this Ratnapuri. Tasya Rajyasya Raja Somashekaraha. Somashekar is king of that Kalashapura. Ratnapuryaha Kalashapurasya cha madhye bahohu kalatah vairam asit. So between these two countries, for a long time there were enmity, vairam. Vairam means enmity. शताधिकवर्षेभ्यः वैरम् अनुवर्तमानम् अस्ति. So anuvartamana means it is following, continuing. Shata adhika varsha. 3 words are there. So more than 100 years. From more than 100 years, vairam anuvartamanam asti. So it was growing. The enmity was growing more than over 100 years. Audaryam pradarshya yadi aham maitri prastavam kuryam tarhi deshadvayasya prajaha sukhena jivitum shakniyuhu. Udarasya bhavaha audaryam. So that generosity. So this audaryam is taddidanda shabdaha. Audaryam pradarshya, by showing generosity. Yadi, if aham maitri prastavam kuryam, if I show my friendship, that treaty, if I make a treaty with that country, tarhi deshatdvayasya prajaha sukhena jivitum shakniyuhu. Then it shall be possible by both the countries' people to live happily. Paraspara Maitriya परस्पर साहाय्यं ततः उभयोः अपि देशयोः अभिवृद्धिः भविष्यति इति Agnivarna Rajasya Vicharaha. So the Agnivarna Raja thought that by mutual friendship and mutual help, Paraspara Maitri is friendship, Paraspara Sahaya is mutual help, Ubhayohu api Deshayohu. And from that treaty, friendship treaty, and from this helping each other of both the countries, Abhivriddhi, the flourishing, the expansion of both the countries in all respect, Bhavishyati, it will happen. Like that, Agnivarna Raja thought. Ataha kadachit Agnivarna Raja Kalashapuram prati Rajadutta Dwara Upayanam Sampreshya. Ataha, therefore, kadachit, once, Agnivarna Rajaha, the king of the Agnivarna Raja, the king of that, what is that, Ratnapuri, Kalashapuram Prati, to the country Kalashapuram, Raja Duta Dwara, through the government messenger, Upayanam Sampreshya, giving some gifts and all. Sampreshya means well, sending it some valuable. Uh, uh, Upayanam means some gift. Maitri Prastavam Kritavan. So you can see in the picture, some messenger is speaking to the king of that Kalashapura, and the Kalashapura king Somashekara is giving some answer to that messenger. किंतु राजा सोमशेखरः एतं प्रस्तावं सर्वथा अनिच्छन् प्रत्युत्तरं प्रेषितवान्. But that king Somashekara of Kalashapura didn't like that friendship and he gave answer. भवतः पूर्वजैः यत् अहितम् आचरितं तत् कदापि विस्मर्तुं न शक्नुमः वयम्. Whatever bad things done by your earlier people, Purvajaihi. Purvajaihi means Purvajaha, those who born earlier to you. Purvejaha, Purvajaha, that's all. Ahitam acharitam, whatever improper thing they have done, tat kadapi vismartum na shaknumaha vayam. We can never forget that. अतः शत्रुत्वं विस्मर्तुं मैत्रीम् उपस्थापयितुं च वयं न इच्छामः. So we don't like शत्रुत्वं विस्मर्तुं, to forget enmity, मैत्रीम् उपस्थापयितुं, and to establish friendship. Vayam na icchamah. We don't like both. We don't like neither to forget that enmity nor to establish new friendship. Like that, he sent back the message. Yetadanantaram Dvitrani Varshani Atitani. So after this proposal, 2-3 years passed by. Kadachit Mrigayartham Aranyam Gataha Somashekaraha Apayagrastaha San Prananu Tyaktavan. So once Kadachit Mrigayartham Aranyam Gataha Somashekaraha. So this Kalashapura king Somashekara, who went for hunting, Mrigayartham means hunting, Apayagrastaha san, so endangered, Pranan Tyaktavan. So he died. Tadiyaha Putraha Satyavrataha. His son Satyavrataha, Kalashapurasasya Raja Jataha api, and he became the king of the Kalashapura. Satyavrataha Pita iva Aviveki na. And Satyavrata, son of that Kalashapura king, is not unwise like his father. Aviveki means unwise. Pita iva, like his father, he was not unwise. Agnivarnena kritam maitri prastavam. Mritri, here it is wrongly typed. It should be maitri prastavam. The friendship proposal, smarati saha, he remembered. यदि द्वयोः देशयोः मध्ये मैत्री उपस्थापिता स्यात् तर्हि वरं स्यात् इति चिन्तयति सः. So he thought that if between our two countries friendship is established, that would be better. Agnivarnasya putri Swayam Prabha. Swayam Prabha, one who is self-illumining, that is Swayam Swayam Prabha. So this Agnivarna king's daughter name, princess, is Swayam Prabha. Praptavayaskayaha tasyaha saundaryam buddhimatta sushilata kulochitaha vyavaharaha cha prasiddhaha asit. So she had 4 qualifications. Praptavayaskaha means she is of the proper age for marriage. Tasyaha, of her, saundaryam, beauty, buddhimatta, intellect, sushilata, good characters, kulochitaha, from a very uh, kula means a family tree, from a very good family tree, vyavaharaha, and her conduct. So praptavayaska, she is kidrisha sa, like that. If you put the question, what type she is, praptavayaska, saundarya, saundaryavati, buddhimatta, sushilata, kulochitaha, like that, kulochita vyavaharaha. So because of that, she was well known, prasiddha. Yadi aham yetam parineyayam parinayeyam tarhi dvayohu deshayohu madhye dridha maitri upastapita bhavet iti alochitavan Satyavrataha. So Satyavrata thought, if I marry her, then between those we two country there will be strong friendship. Swakiyam ashayam patre likhitva tat patram दूतद्वारा अग्निवर्णाय प्रेषितवान सत्यव्रतः. So he drafted his desire, and through messenger he sent to that Agnivarna Raja. Satyavrtena kritah prastavah Agnivarnaya nitaram arochata. And Agnivarna very well liked that proposal. Satyavrtah shuraha sundaraha cha tarunaha. So he is having 3 quality. He is Suraha, a valorous person, Sundaraha, very handsome person, Tarunaha, he is a young person. Shanti Prastavam Swayam Kurvataha Etasya Chintanam api Ucham asti. Shanti Prastavam, that peace treaty, Swayam Kurvataha Etasya Chintanam. The mindset or attitude of this person who is doing this friendship treaty on his own. So his thoughts are also of high quality. Ataha yeshaha mama putrei yogyah varaha iti nischitavan agnivarnaha. So for my daughter, he is the right candidate, like that. Agnivarnaha decided. Agnivarnasya putraha Veerakesari. And the son of Agnivarnaha is Veerakesari. So Swayam Prabha and Veerakesari both are brothers and sisters. Pituhu nirnaya tasmai na arochata. So the father's decision to get that neighboring country king as the son-in-law, he didn't like. Shatruvamshiyaya Rajakumaraya Sagodaryaha Dhanam Sarvatha Avamanakaram iti chintayati saha. So he thinks it is very insult to give our daughter, that my sister, to the enmity king, like that he thought. Kintu swakiyam ashayam pituhu purataha prakashayitum ashaknuvan saha maunam ashritavan. But he just kept his ideas in his mind, unable to tell in front of his father. He kept silence. Rajapurivare Rajaparivare, I'm sorry, Rajaparivare kechana Veerakesari Vishaye Vishesha Abhimanavantaha Asan. So some of the people are very favorite to this Veerakesari because he will be the future king. So it naturally happens when people know that he is going to be future king. So from the beginning, people keep in some good contact with him. So Abhimanaha, Abhimanavan, Abhimanavantaha Asan. So some people were very favorite people to him. Te Veerakesirinaha Ashayam Janantaha Swartha Sadhanechaya Tam Muktavantaha. You see, whenever some servant like or a subordinate, extraordinarily he is showing humility and humbleness to the master, then he is having some personal interest. Swartha, Sadhana, Ichha. 3 words are there. To achieve their selfish motives. Tam muktavan. Kam muktavan. Veerakesarinaha ashayam janantaha Veerakesarinam uktavan. So they told to the Veerakesari, Rajakumarim Swayam Prabham Parinetum Ichataha Satyavratasya Kapi Duralochana Bhaveteva. So that Satyavrata who wants to marry the Rajakumari princess, he may have some bad intention. Dur alochana, duralochana. Satyavratस्य दुष्टविचारम् अजानन् राजा अग्निवर्णः एतं विवाहप्रस्तावम् अङ्गीकृतवान् अस्ति. Satyavrtasya dushta vicharam ajanan, unknowing what is his intention, the bad intention. The Agnivarnaha king agreed for the proposal, for the marriage, vivaha prastavam, the proposal of marriage. Kintu yeshaha vivahaha sampannaha chet. But if this marriage happens, kadachit pitrarjitam simhasanam bhavataha hastat chutam bhavet. Then this kingdom may go to his hand and you will not be ruling. That is the meaning. Ataha yeshaha vivahaha yatha na prachalet tatha kopi upayaha chintaniyaha iti. So as this marriage didn't happen, like that something is to be thought over. Like this, some of that Veerakesari's followers told him with their own selfish motive. Yetat vachanam Veerakresinaha priyam jatam. And naturally, when you are getting advice from such type of people, they will be speaking very effectively and as if it appears the right way. So it became priyam jatam. So he liked that advice. Ataha saha pitaram simhasanachyutam kritva simhasanam vashīkartum rahasi upayam rachitava. So secretly he decided to move the king away from the chair and to take over the possession of the kingdom. Simhasana chutam kritva means pushing him out of that. Chutam means to slip away. So achyutaha, that Mahavishnu is achyutaha, he never slips. So the Veerakesari tried to capture the king from his father, kingdom from his father. That's the meaning. तदनुगुणं सः कदाचित् मध्यरात्रसमये हठात् आक्रमणं कृत्वा पितरं बद्ध्वा कारागारे स्थापितवान्. So accordingly, in one midnight, he just attacked and placed the king, his father, in the jail. Shubhe muhurte simhasanarudaha jataha cha. And on a good auspicious occasion, he simharudaha, one who climbed the simhasana. That is the meaning. That means he became the king. That is the actual meaning. कारागारे स्थितः अग्निवर्णः पुत्रस्य व्यवहारविषये खेदम् अनुभवति. And the Agnivarna father who is in the jail, he felt bad about the conduct of his son. Simhasanam arodhavyam iti vicharaha mama putrasya manasi swayam utpannam nasyat. On his own, it might not have arisen such a feeling of becoming the king. Kaishchit, by somebody, swartha sadhakaihi, some selfish motive people, rajodyogibihi, by some government employee only, the king's employees only, yeshaha vicharaha tasya manasi aropitaha syat. So somebody might have inducted this type of feeling in his mind. युक्तायुक्तताम् अविचार्य एतेन एवं कृतं स्यात् इति चिन्तयति सः. Yukta, ayukta. Yukta means correct way of associating. Ayukta means improper way of associating. So what is the right wrong without avicharya, without thinking of the pros and cons of what he is doing. Yukta yuktata means the pros and cons of something. Etena evam karyam kritam iti. By him, this type of act is done like that, he thought. Simhasanam arudhavan Veerakesari Satyavratam prati vartam preshitavan. And after becoming king, this Veerakesari, he sent a message to Satyavrata. Mama bhaginim pariniya simhasanam vashikaraniyam iti bhavataha uddeshaha. So your aim is to marry my sister and capture the kingdom. Pratikara sadhanartham bhavata yeshaha vanchana marga ashritaha. Pratikara means vengeance. Sadhana means to achieve. To achieve the vengeance of doing tit for tat. Bhavata, by you, yeshaha vanchana margaha. This cheating way, ashritaha. You have adhered to this cheating way of marrying my sister and taking possession of the kingdom. Dushtam bhavantam avashyam dandayishyami. I will surely punish you, who is a bad person. Yuddhartham sannadha bhavatu bhavan. You be ready for war. Like that, he sent messages. Veerakresarinaha anyatha chintanam jnatva. So, anyatha chintanam means the other way. He understood wrongly the proposal of that king. He understood wrongly. So, Veerakesarinaha anyatha chintanam jnatva. Having understood his improper way of understanding the marriage proposal, Mahantam Khedam Anubhutavan Satyavrataha. And Satyavrata felt very bad about that way Veerakesari behaved. Mama Sadashayam Samshaya Drishtiya Pashyati Yeshaha. Mama Sadashayam. My ashayam means my wishes, desire, samshaya drishtiya, in a doubtful way. So he is thinking, my desire, he looks at in a doubtful way. Yetam parajitya sajjanaha agnivarnaha punarapi simhasene upaveshaniyaha. So I have to defeat this fellow, Veerakesari, and I will have to put his father back on the Simhasana. Yatateva kalochitam kartavyam iti nishchitavan saha. So according kala uchita, according to the right time, this much only is to be done by me. Like that he thought. Atrantare Ratnapuri Rajye kechana Rajavirodham arabdhavantaha. So in the meantime, that internal clashes, Raja Virodham means like internal clashes, like terrorists, extremist, and the group clashes to divide the country. Like that it started. Maharajam Karagare Samsthapya Yuvarajaha Yat Swayam Simhasanam Arudhavan Tat Anichitam Iti Prakata Rupena Uktavantaha Te. So they openly shouted, saying that the way he captured the kingdom by keeping his father in jail is improper. Virodham ye acharanti tesham nayakaha Ravichandraha. So the Ravichandra is a person who is leading this type of groups, who is in support of the king, uh, who is kept in the jail by the son. Ravichandra Karagare Stapitaha Chet Virodha Vatavaranam Swayam Upashantam Bhavishyati iti aloche Veerakesari Ravichandrasya Bandhanartam Prayatnam Arabdhavan. So the Veerakesari thought, okay, who is the leader? This is Ravichandra. So if Ravichandra is arrested and kept in jail, then everything will cool. Upashantam means all clash will cool automatically. Like that he thought. Yuddhartham yeshaha eva susamayaha iti aloche Satyavrataha sa sainyam prasthaya Ratnapuryaha upari akramanam kritavan. So when the country is not in safe mood and there are some internal clashes and all, so that is the right time to attack that country. Like that, Satyavrata, he came with his forces. Idanim Ubhaya Sankate Patitaha Veerakesari. Now Veerakesari is in Ubhaya Sankatam, both the trouble. One is he is to control the internal clashes, another is he is to control the attacking king. Ekatra Antashatruhu Nigrahaniya. Okay, it is said already here. At one junction, Ekatra means at one junction, Antashatruhu, internal enemies, Nigrahaniya, to be controlled. Aparatra, on the other junction, Bahya Shatruhu, some enemy came from outside, Sammukhi Karaniyaha, he is to be faced. This is called Ubhaya Sankata. Atrantare Anya api Ghatana Pravritta. And in the meantime, another incidents also happened. Simhasanam Vashikaraniyam iti Purvam ye bodhitavantaha asan te eva. शत्रुस्नेहं संपाद्य वीरकेसरी सिंहासनच्युतः कृतः चेत् अस्मासु एव कश्चित् राजपदम् अलङ्कर्तुम् अर्हति. So those people who with some their selfish motive advised the Veerakesari to take over the kingdom, they are now doing some other activity. Simhasanam Vashikaraniyam iti. The kingdom is to be captured like that. Purvam ye bodhitavantaha. Earlier, those who advised, asan advised, they were those people only. Shatrusneham sampadya. So, by earning the friendship of that enemy, Veerakesari Simhasanachyutaha Kritaha Chet. If we remove Veerakesari from the king's position, Asmasu eva kaschit, someone in us, Rajapadam alankartum arhati. Someone can take that, become the king. Alankartum means to decorate. Rajapadam alankartum means to decorate the king's chair. That means to become the king. Like that they thought. Tada vayam sarve uchadhikaram prapsyamaha. Then we shall all get a higher post like minister and other valuable post. Iti aloche deshatroham chintayantaha asan. So like that deshatrogam. So they want to become, they thought of that unpatriotic act. Yeshaha Vishaha Veerakesarina Kathamapi Gnataha. And Veerakesari by Veerakesari. Veerakesarina Tritiya Vibhakti. Somehow it was known by him. So Yeshaha Vishayaha Veerakesarina Kathamapi Gnataha. So this is a Karmani Prayogaha. मया एतेषु विश्वस्य यत् साहसकार्यं कृतं तत् अनिश्चितं जातम् इति चिन्तयन् सः देशद्रोहिणः अन्विष्य कारागारे स्थापितवान्. Maya eteshu vishvasya, by me believing on them, in these people, eteshu, in these people, vishvasya, believing, maya yat sahasa karyam kritam, by me what type of adventure is done to arrest his king, to take possession of the kingdom, to become a king and keep his father in jail, all those adventurous acts. Tat anuchitam jatam. It became improper. Iti chintayan, thinking, saha deshadrohinaha anvishya. And finding out those traitors, that cheaters, karagare stapitavan. He placed them in the jail. Itah param vijayaha veeraswargaha va mamasyat. Hereafter, either I shall be Vijaya, I shall win the war, or Veera Swargaha, means I shall die and go to heaven. Like that, Alochya. Thinking, Dhairyena Shatrusenam Sammukhi Kritavan Veera Kesari. So, strongly, Dhairyena, with courage, he faced the army of that Satyavrata. Ghoram Yuddham Pravrittam. And a terrific war happened. Veerakesari Parajayam Praptavan Satyavratena Baddha Abhavat Api. And Parajayam Praptavan. means he defeated. Veerakesari got defeated and got arrested. Satyavratena baddhaha abhavat. He became arrested by Satyavrata. Satyavratah Veerakesarinam karagare sthapitavan. And Satyavratah placed Veerakesari in jail. Maharajam Agnivarnam bandhavimuktam kritavan chapi. And he released the king from the jail. Agnivarnaha Satyavratasya Sahayam Kritaknyatapurvakam Smaran Tam Pritya Alingya Uktavan. And the king, father of Veerakesari, Agnivarnaha, Satyavratasya Sahayam Kritaknyatapurvakam Smaran. So, highly regarding the help extended by Satyavrata, Tam Pritya Alingya Uktavan, hugging him out of affection, told, Hey Satyavrata, O Satyavrata, Katham Pratyupakaraha Karaniyaha Ityeva Na Nyayate Maya. How to return the help back to you? I don't know. By me it is not known. Maya Nyayate, Na Nyayate. By me it is not known. How to help you back? Bhavata apurvam sahayam kritam iti. By you, excellent way help is done. He Maharaja, maya mahat sahayam kimapi na kritam. Working by me, great help is nothing like that done by me. Tathapi pratyupakara rupena kimapi karaniyam eva iti chintanam bhavataha asti chet. Even then, if you feel like something in return to be done by me, Purva Nishchayanusaram Mam Jamataram Karotu. So, according to the decision taken earlier, you make me as your son-in-law. Tena Sarvam Mangalamayam Bhavishyati. Iti Uktavan Satyavrataha. So, by that, everything will become Mangalamayam. Mangalamayam means happy ending, full of happiness, auspicious. Agnivarnaha tataha swabhavanam gatva putrim swayam prabham anayitavan. And the king Agnivarna went to Swabhavanam. He went to his palace and he called her his daughter. Bhavatim Satyavrataha parinetum ichchati. And Satyavrata likes to marry you. Etadu vishaye bhavatyaha ashayaha kaha iti prishtavan. And what is your opinion? Ashaya means you are liking, disliking, you can say. Like that, father asked the daughter. Swayam Prabha Kinchit Kalam Maunam Sthitavati. And the princess Swayam Prabha, she stood silent for some time. Anantaram Atmani Dhairyam Dhritva. And being strong in her mind, Tata Mama Manasi Sthitam Suspushtam Vadami. O father, whatever is in my mind, let me say clearly. Bhavan yada karagare asit tada bhavataha vimochanartham prajaha jagarayya sankhatanam kritavan ravichandram parinetum ichchami aham. Bhavan yada karagare asit. When you were in jail, tada at that time, bhavataha vimochanartham, to release you, prajaha jagarayya, waking up the citizens, sanghatanam kritavantam ravichandram. That Ravichandra who sanghatanam means association, grouping or collection. That Ravichandra who collected the people by raising the patriotism in them. Tam parinetum ichchami aham. I like to marry him. Like that she said. Kintu mama etam ichcham yadi aham nivedayeyam tarhi satyavrataha kupitaha bhavetiti bhitihi mama. But if I tell this desire openly, then Satyavrata may get angry. Like that, I have fear. Ataha. So therefore, idanim kim karaniyam iti ajanati vikfala asmi iti uktavati. So I am confused and not knowing what to do. Like that. Agnivarnaha kshanakalasya chintanasya anantaram. And Agnivarnaha thought for some time and told, Vatse bhitihi mastu bhavatyaha. there is no need of your worry. Bhavati yam ichchati tena ravichandrena sahaiva bhavatyaha vivaha bhavishyati. With whom you want to marry, with that Ravichandra only, your marriage will happen. Nischinta bhavat bhavati iti uktva tataha nirgatavan. So you be worryless. Like that he went away. Satyavratam vastu sthitim niveditavan cha. And he informed the position, the current position to Satyavrataha. Yatat shrutva Satyavrataha kinchitapi na kupitaha. And Satyavrata, having heard this, he didn't get a little bit of anger. Swayam prabhayaha atanka nivrittihi santoshaha cha yatha syat tatha kritavan saha. Atanka nivrittihi. Atanka means that curiosity or worry. Nivrittihi means to cure. To cure her anxiety and worry, of Swayam Prabha, Santoshaha cha yatha syat, and she shall be happy like that. Tatha kritavan saha Satyavrataha. So Satyavrata did like that. Agrajaha iva agraniyaha sanne saha Swayam Prabhayaha vivaham nivartitavan. So like his elder brother, Agrajaha iva agraniyaha san. Agraniyaha means in the forefront, being in the forefront. Saha Satyavrataha Swayam Prabhayaha Vivaham Nirvartitavan. He conducted the marriage of Swayam Prabha. Yetadanantaram Saha Sarajyam Prati Prasthitavan. After that he went to his kingdom. Agnivarnaha Satyavratam Rajagauravena Satkritya Preshitavan. And the father Agnivarnaha, with great respect of his country, he sent him back. Etadanantaram Raja Agnivarnaha Rajyam Putrasya Veerakesrinaha Adhinam Kritva Vanaprasthashramam Avalambya Aranye Vasatyam Kritavan. So after this Etadanantaram, Raja Agnivarnaha, the king Agnivarna, giving back the country to his son, Rajyam Putrasya Veerakesrinaha Adhinam Kritva Vanaprasthashramam. So to go to forest and spend the last part of his life. Aranye Vasatyam Kritavan. Avalambya means taking shelter in that forest. He started not only forest, in the Vanaprasthashrama dharma. In those dharma he sticked and he started leading his life in the forest. Vetalaha evam katham samapya avadat. So the Vetala completed the story like this and told, He Rajan, He Trivikrama, Satyavrataha yat rajyam chitavan tat swadhinam na kritavan. The Satyavrata, he who won the country, he didn't took possession of that country. Yatavadeva na, not only this much. Yasyam tasya anuragaha asit tam swayam prabham na parinitavan api. And with whom he had love, he didn't marry her also. Kimartham tena evam kritam. Why it is done by him like this? Satyavrataha Rajanitiknyaha Nava. Is he not Rajanitiknyaha? One who knows Rajaniti is called Rajanitiknyaha. Yes, one who knows how to manage the country. Is he not having that knowledge? Yadi tena Ratnapuri Swadhini Krita. If by him the Ratnapuri is taken into control, Shatrudeshiya Rajakumari Parinita cha, and he married the enemy's king's daughter. Tarhi tat na Raja Dharma Viruddham. Then it is not against the Raja Dharma. Tathapi Satyavrataha tatha na kritavan. Even then he didn't do like that. Even though he was not violating the Raja Dharma, he did not do that. Anyacha, moreover, Agnivarnaha Samanya Kulotpannaya Ravichandraya Putrim Datum Siddhaha Jataha. And this king Agnivarna, he was ready to give to one ordinary common man Sadharana Kulotpannaha, one who born in ordinary family. Etat kimartham, why he thought so? Ravichandre ka vishesha yogyata drishta. What special qualities are seen in Ravichandra? Yatavadevana, not only this much, yaha pita gauravena drashtavyaha tameva karagare sthapitavan Veerakesari. The father, that father who is to be looked at with respect, he himself was placed in jail. Yatadrishaya putraya kimartam agnivarnaha rajyam arpitavan. And to such a son who put himself in jail, why he gave the country to him? Yatena prajanam sthitihi shochaniya na bhavetva. By this act, making him as the king, is it not a worryful situation to the people? Ahatya, totally, vaktavyam chet. So if I have to summarize and say, Satyavrataha Agnivarnaha va Rajaniti Nipunau na ityeva khalu siddhyati. So if I summarize, Ahatya Vaktavyam Chet. So if I have to summarize, then it means Satyavrata and Agnivarna both are not having that Rajaniti, both are not expert in Rajaniti. Rajaniti Nipunau na, they are not expert in Rajaniti. Ityeva khalu siddhyati. Like this only we get that result. मम एतेषां सन्देहानां समाधानं जाननपि यदि भवान् न वदेत् तर्हि भवतः शिरः सहस्रधा भग्नं भवेत् इति. So as usual, the Vetala said, if knowing answer, if you don't say, then your head shall break into thousands of pieces. Tada, at that time, maunam sthatum ashaktaha trivikramaha evam muktavan. So the Trivikrama now who can't stay silent when he knows the answer. So he said like that. Bhavataha kathanam sarvatha anuchitam. Whatever told by you is not suitable to agree. Yataha satyavrataha agnivarnaschapi rajaniti nipunau ityatra sandehaha eva nasti. Because there is no doubt at all that both Satyavrataha and Agnivarnaha are very good expert in the Rajaniti. Ratnapuri Kalashapurayoh Madhye Maitri Upasthapaniya iti Satyavratasya Pradhanam Lakshyam. So the first aim of or Pradhanam, the main aim of Satyavrata is to establish friendship between Ratnapuri and Kalashapuri. तदंगतया तेन राजकुमारी परिणेतव्या इति चिंतितम आसीत्. Tadangataya means as a part of that. Angam means part. Angata means the quality of having part. Angataya, Tritiya Vibhakti. Tadangataya, as a part of that. Part of what? In establishing Upasthapaniya, Maitri Upasthapaniya. Friendship is to be established. Between what? Ratnapuri Kalashapurayohu Madhye. That was one of the main part of that. Tena, by that, Rajakumari Parinetavya iti chinditam asit. So by that thought of one of the part of establishing friendship, he thought to marry. That is Swayam Prabha. वीरकेसरिणः निग्रहणात् अग्निवर्णस्य विमोचनात् च तदीयं प्रधानं लक्ष्यं सिद्धम्. So his main aim of making friendship between these two countries is achieved by controlling Veerakesari because he defeated him, and Agnivarna Suvimochanat, and by releasing the king. अन्यस्मिन् अनुरक्ता स्वयं प्रभा बलात् परिणीता चेत् अटविकत्वं प्रदर्शितं स्यात्. अन्यस्मिन् अनुरक्ता स्वयं प्रभा, the स्वयं प्रभा who is in love with someone, बलात् परिणीता चेत्, if I forcefully marry, atavikatvam pradarshitam syat. So it shows my power. Yatadrishena vivahena gauravasya hanihi. And by this type of marriage, that enmity will further grow. So that respect get hanihi. Means it would be loss of the respect to him, and the enmity shall grow. Sukha sandoshadayaha api na prapyante. And he will not get, because he should be always alert to meet the war. So he won't get happy in ruling the country, number one. And he won't be happy with the Swayam Prabha, who is in love with somebody. Even if he forcefully marry, he will not be happy with her. Yatat samyak vichintya. So having thought over all this very well, Satyavrataha Swayam Prabhayaha Vivaham Nirvartitavan. So he himself conducted the marriage of Swayam Prabha. Evam kurvata tena mahat audharyam pradarshitam. So by doing like this, by him, a very good generosity was shown. Yatat shresthayaha rajanitehe lakshanam. So this is the quality of some king who knows, who is on the highest of that political handling of situation. itah param agnivarnasya vyavaharam chintayama tavat. Okay, let us now take how Agnivarna behaved. That is Swayam Prabha's father. Ravichandraha yogyaha varaha iti tena yat nirnitam tat yuktameva. Ravichandra is the right person. Like that, whatever thought by him is correct only. Samanyaha Ravichandraha deshahitartham janan sanghatitavan tadapi atmashaktya eva. One ordinary human, he collected so many group people and he made a group with his own efforts. Yatadrishaha samanya kule jataha chetavi. So such a person, even though he is born in ordinary family, yogyaha eva, he is very fitting person. Yatasmin swayam prabhayaha anuragaha nikshiptaha asit. And by swayam prabha, in this person, she fallen in love. Ataha yatasmai putrim datum siddhaha jataha agnivarnaha. So Agnivarna, the father, was ready to give his daughter. Veerakesari is swabhavataha sajjanaha eva. And Veerakesari, his son, naturally he is by birth a good person. Kintu swartha sadhakanam upadeshat saha pitaram karagare stapitavan. Because his father also thought in the jail that my son would not have done this. By some people's advice only he might have acted. Like that he knows that. Swartha sadhakanam upadeshat. From the advice of some self-motive people, saha pitaram karagare stapitavan. He placed the king in the father in the jail. Kintu yada apaya samaye swartha sadhakaihi vanchana margaha chintitaha tada yeshaha vivekam praptavan. But yada, when apaya samaya, at the time of danger, when the enemy is attacking, swartha sadhakaihi vanchana margaha chintitaha, when the selfish motive people thought to cheat him and drive away, tada, at that time, yeshaha vivekam praptavan. Kaha, that Veerakesari vivekam praptavan. Prajanam virodhataha alpakalika karagara vasataha cha saha yukta yuktata vivekam praptavan. So he came to know what is right, wrong, yukta yuktam, which is correct, which is to be done, which is not to be done. Prajanam virodhataha. From the unrest of the people, alpakalika karagara vasataha. And for the short duration of staying in jail, because Satyavrataha arrested him and put him in jail. So now he knows as a prince, he was living, but he lived in jail. So he knows now how his father also lives in jail, like that. Yukta yukta vivekam praptavan. So from both of that, he got that knowledge or the wisdom. Evam svanubhava balat. So like this, from his own experience, parishkritaha putraha rajya rajya bhara nirvahanartam yogyaha eva iti nischitya putraya rajyam arpitavan agnivarnaha. Svanubhava balat. Like this, evam svanubhava balat parishkritaha putraha. His son who got clear and became wise by his own experience, Rajya Bhara Nirvahanartam, for the sake of managing the country, Yogyaha, he is the right person. Itinishchitya, like that thinking or deciding, Putraya Rajyam Arpitavan Agnivarnaha. So the Agnivarna given the kingdom to the son. वानप्रस्थाश्रमम् आश्रित्य वृद्धराजेन यत् करणीयं तदपि कृतवान्. And taking to that vanaprasthashramam. So in India, all the kings, even Dasharatha could not do that. He died. But Dhritarashtra, at the final stage, he went. And many kings, they went to Vanaprastha. So Vanaprasthashramam ashritya Vriddharajena, by an old king, what is to be done? Yat karaniyam tatapi kritavan, that also he did. That means he followed that Rajaniti. Evam Agnivarnaha api Rajaniti Nipunaha eva. So like this, Agnivarna also is very expert in that kingsmanship. Evam vadata trivikramena mauna bhangaha kritaha asi. So by totally giving the solution for all the questions raised by Vetala, the silence of Trivikrama got broken. Ataha shavantargataha Vetalaha yatha purvam vrikshasya shakham avalambitavan. So as before, again, the ghost, it went to the tree and started hanging in the branch. So we will meet again with another Vikram Vetal story in another episode. Hope you like this type of stories, and I will meet you in some other news story. Take care. Bye bye.